So picture this. You're sitting in your favorite chair, coffee in hand, and the house is quiet, a little too quiet. You go to get the door, but turns out someone was knocking 10 minutes ago and you didn't hear a thing. Or maybe you're trying to zip up your jacket and your fingers are playing a game of not today, buddy. Sound familiar? Look, living alone as an older adult can be a beautiful thing. Peace, freedom, doing things your way. But it also comes with a few sneaky challenges no one really talks about. That's why today I want to share 12 essential assistive tools that aren't your typical obvious stuff, but real game changers. The kind that make life smoother, safer, and maybe even a little funnier. Stick with me, because if you've ever wrestled a sock or cursed at a zipper, this one's for you. 1. Magnetic closure adaptive clothing. Let's face it, buttons can be little bullies. They mock you with their tiny holes and stiff collars. And zippers? Don't get me started. Ever tried to zip up a jacket when your fingers don't bend like they used to? It's like trying to thread a needle with oven mitts. That's where magnetic closure clothing slides in like a best friend who knows exactly what you need before you even ask. The magic is all in the design. These shirts, jackets, and even pants are made to look like regular clothes. Same plaid button-up you wore to church last year? It might be magnetic now. The buttons are there for show, but hidden underneath are magnets strategically placed to snap together with ease. You just pull one side close to the other and click, click, click. You're all set. No twisting, no straining, and no needing to ask someone to help you dress, which, let's be honest, is a phrase nobody wants to hear after age 7. And these aren't frumpy, hospital-looking things either. The newer designs look stylish, clean, and age-appropriate. I know a man named Harold, 79, who was starting to avoid going out because he couldn't fasten his shirt collars anymore. His daughter got him a magnetic dress shirt for his birthday, and now he's back at the senior center every Thursday playing poker like Sinatra. When someone complimented his shirt, he said, "Thanks, it's magic." Didn't even have to explain. The real beauty? It's not just the ease, it's the control. You get that moment back when you look in the mirror and say, "Yeah, I did that myself." That little win in the morning sets the tone for your whole day. 2. Sockade donning devices. Now socks, oh boy. These little devils don't seem like a problem until you try to put one on with a stiff back, tight hips, or a knee that creaks like an old rocking chair. Suddenly, getting dressed feels like trying out for the Olympic gymnastics team. Enter the Sockade. It's one of those tools you don't know you need until you use it. And then you wonder how you ever lived without it. Basically, it's a flexible cradle where you slide your sock halfway over, then you drop it to the floor, slip your foot in, and use the long handles to pull it up like a pulley system. No bending, no hopping around one-legged like a tipsy flamingo, and no accidentally toppling onto your bedroom rug. My neighbor Bernice, 82, used to dread winter mornings. Cold feet? Warm heart? Nah, she told me. Cold feet, sore back. Her daughter brought her a Sockade after one too many strained mornings, and now she swears by it. I don't wrestle with socks anymore. I tame them, she chuckles. She even gave it a name. Socktopus. Compression socks, which are notoriously tough even for a 25-year-old, are no match for this thing. And best of all, it gives you back something people rarely talk about: momentum. When you get dressed without pain or frustration, you move through the rest of the day with more confidence. Plus, it's kind of fun to use. It makes you feel like you're working a gadget from an old spy movie. Deploying socks in 3, 2, 1. 3. Low-friction slide sheets for safe transfers. Alright, let's talk about something most people don't realize becomes an issue until it already is: getting in and out of bed, or even shifting your position once you're in it. For someone with limited mobility, arthritis, recent surgery, or even just aging joints, turning over can feel like trying to wrestle yourself out of a Velcro suit. Enter the low-friction slide sheet, a silky, deceptively simple piece of fabric that turns your mattress into a magic carpet ride. You place the sheet underneath you, and when it's time to move, whether you're scooting up in bed, turning to your side, or being helped into a new position, it cuts down the friction dramatically. You glide instead of grind. Now you might be thinking, a slippery sheet? That's it? But oh friend, this isn't your average bedsheet. This is NASA-level wizardry for seniors. It's 2 layers of material that slide against each other but grip the mattress underneath. So you move, not the bed. It's the kind of thing caregivers swear by, and solo seniors quickly fall in love with once they realize they don't have to grunt and scoot like a beached seal every night. Take my friend Lou, for example. He's 81, got a bit of a belly and a bad shoulder, and he says before the slide sheet, repositioning himself in bed felt like trying to parallel park a school bus using just my elbows. Now he moves with ease. No yanking blankets, no waking up sore, no need to call his daughter to help at 2 a.m. He even said, "It's the only time I feel like I'm gliding into luxury without spending luxury money." And if you've got a caregiver helping you occasionally, they'll be grateful too. No more pulling and pushing, risking their back to protect yours. It turns a 2-person job into a 1-person breeze. 4. Automatic jar opener, the lid whisperer. Now let's talk about one of the most stubborn enemies of independent living, the jar lid. There's something uniquely frustrating about needing 2 strong hands, a wrench, and maybe divine intervention just to get into your favorite jar of pickles. For seniors living alone, especially those with arthritis or weakened grip strength, this isn't just an inconvenience. It's a daily battle that can genuinely zap your confidence. An automatic jar opener changes all of that. No brute strength, no banging the jar on the counter, and no awkward attempts at stabbing the lid with a butter knife. Don't lie, we've all tried it. You just place the device on the lid, press one button, and sit back as it does the work with quiet, robotic determination. It grips, it twists, and suddenly, pop, you're in. There's a great quote I came across from a gentleman named Howard. He said, "I used to wait until my daughter visited to open certain jars. Now I open them on a Tuesday afternoon just because I can. I'm dangerous like that." That's the vibe these gadgets bring. They give you back a little everyday freedom. You're no longer at the mercy of a factory-sealed peanut butter jar. And while it may seem like a small thing, the emotional payoff is surprisingly big. When you're able to do the small things for yourself again, you start to feel like the king or queen of your own kitchen again. And hey, there's something deeply satisfying about watching a machine struggle with that impossible salsa lid and win, like watching a tiny robot gladiator defeat the villainous tomato fortress. Go on, celebrate by opening another jar. 5. Extra long shoehorn with handle grip, your back's new best friend. Putting on shoes sounds simple until it isn't. Bending down when your back, knees, or hips aren't in the mood is like trying to fold a rusty lawn chair. And those low-cut sneakers that used to slide on easily? Now they feel like they're clinging for dear life, refusing to let your heel in unless you contort like a gymnast at 7:30 a.m. Enter the long-handled shoehorn. Not just any shoehorn, the extra long one, with a comfortable rubber grip that makes it feel more like a trusty walking stick than a piece of medical equipment. We're talking 18 to 24 inches of pure convenience. You sit down, stick that thing behind your heel, and guide your foot right in like a train conductor easing a railcar onto the tracks. Don, a 74-year-old retired firefighter, had a hilarious take. "I used to wrestle my shoes like they owed me money. Now I just slide them on like a civilized man. It's the most polite thing I do all day." This isn't just about convenience. It's about preserving dignity. When you live alone, you don't always have someone around to help. You want to be able to get dressed without it turning into a 15-minute aerobic event. A long-handled shoehorn keeps the process simple, smooth, and pain-free. And let's be honest, once you use one, you'll start wondering why we ever thought bending down like a human pretzel was the best way to get into shoes. 6. Button hook and zipper pull combo. You won't see this flashy gadget on TV ads. But for anyone with arthritis, trembling hands, or reduced dexterity, this is a game changer. Imagine trying to button a shirt when your fingers feel like thick sausages in winter gloves. You're all bundled up for the cold, and that zipper just sits there, mocking you while you fumble like you've never dressed yourself in your life. Enter the button hook and zipper pull combo, the Swiss Army knife for dressing with dignity. One side has a slim metal loop for grabbing buttons and pulling them through. The other side has a hooked end for snagging zipper tabs and giving you leverage. This thing is gold for folks with arthritis, shaky hands, or neuropathy. No more trying to pinch tiny buttons between numb fingers or yanking on zippers with your teeth. Don't pretend you haven't tried it. You just slip the loop over the button, pull it through, and boom, done. The zipper pull? It grabs hold of even the tiniest, slipperiest tab and gives you the kind of control your hands might not offer anymore. Harold, a neighbor of mine who has Parkinson's, said he used to skip shirts with buttons altogether. I was tired of feeling defeated before I even had my pants on, he told me. But after using the combo tool, he's back in his flannels and zip-up jackets like nothing ever changed. He calls it his morning victory wand. And let's not overlook the dignity factor. Being able to dress yourself, no matter what your body's up to that day, is a deeply personal win. It's the difference between starting your day feeling independent or feeling like you lost round one before breakfast. Plus, there's something kind of satisfying about using a little tool to outsmart your clothing. Like, ha! You thought you had me, sweater, but I've got my secret weapon. 7. Swivel seat cushion. The car entry secret weapon. Ah, the humble act of getting in and out of a car. One of life's sneaky challenges that creeps up on you. You don't notice it when you're younger. You slide into the car without thinking. But once you hit your late 60s or 70s, suddenly it feels like you're auditioning for Dancing with the Stars, twisting, lifting one leg over, then the other, trying not to whack your knees, hips, or pride on the steering wheel. The swivel seat cushion is a quiet miracle for folks with stiff joints, limited mobility, or anyone who's just tired of turning like a broken wind-up toy every time they enter or exit their vehicle. You place the round cushion on the driver's seat, or passenger side, sit down facing out, and then swivel effortlessly to face forward. No twisting your spine, no grabbing the door frame for leverage, and definitely no accidentally honking the horn with your butt while trying to scoot in. I remember a man named Ernest on a mobility forum describing it perfectly. It's like my car seat got upgraded to first class. I just spin in like James Bond. Well, slower and with grunting, but still Bondish. It's especially helpful after hip surgery, during arthritis flare-ups, or when the weather makes every joint in your body act up. Seniors living alone often say this cushion has spared them so many awkward and painful car moments. And since it's portable, you can take it from the car to the kitchen table, if you like spinning around to grab coffee like you're in a diner booth. And don't be surprised if your grandkids steal it just for the fun of spinning. It's one of those devices that's both functional and, oddly enough, fun. 8. Gel-infused pressure redistribution seat cushion. Now let's talk about the throne. Not that throne. We'll save that for a bathroom video. I mean your favorite chair, your TV recliner, the kitchen seat where you do your crossword, the driver's seat for those long Sunday drives. If you're like most folks I know, you've got one chair you swear by. And by the end of the day, your back and backside are both ready to file a complaint. A gel-infused pressure redistribution cushion is like giving your rear end a day at the spa. It's not just foam. It's often layered with cooling gel and sculpted in a way that evenly distributes pressure, so you're not constantly sinking into sore spots or stiffening up after 10 minutes of sitting. If you've ever stood up and needed 5 seconds to reboot, this might be why. Clarence, a 73-year-old chess fanatic, used to sit on a folded towel for extra padding during his daily 2-hour chess matches. Then one day, he plopped down on a gel cushion at a friend's house and nearly fell in love. It was like sitting on a loaf of angel bread, he told me. Now he brings his cushion to the senior center like it's part of his uniform. Other guys bring game boards. I bring comfort. But the benefits go beyond plush feelings. These cushions help reduce the risk of pressure sores, which are a big deal if you spend lots of time seated. They also promote better posture and circulation, which means fewer aches and more energy. Some even have cutouts for your tailbone to relieve spinal pressure. It's like ergonomic engineering for your butt. And let's be real, when you're older and your joints groan more than your coffee maker, sitting shouldn't feel like a chore. You've earned comfort. You deserve to sit like royalty, even if you're just watching old westerns or writing holiday cards. So, whether you're wheelchair-bound, desk-bound, or just a fan of long sits, get yourself one of these. Your whole body, from shoulders to shins, will thank you. Or as Clarence likes to say, a happy tush makes for a happy day. 9. Wireless vibration doorbell and pager set. So let me paint you a picture. You're relaxing in your recliner, feet up, volume low, reading a good book or drifting off after lunch. Meanwhile, outside your door, someone's furiously pressing the doorbell like they're trying to summon Batman. But you don't hear a thing. Maybe it's your hearing loss acting up, or maybe your doorbell's volume is more polite whisper than bold announcement. That's where this beauty comes in. A wireless doorbell set that pairs with a vibrating pager. The concept is simple, but the impact? Game-changing. Someone presses the doorbell, and instead of you missing a delivery, a guest, or the grandkids coming by with cookies, your little pocket pager buzzes like a bee on espresso. You can clip it on your belt, keep it beside your bed, or even tuck it in your pillow for those afternoon naps. Seriously, some folks do. Mary, 75, told me her old doorbell was so quiet it could have been a wind chime in another room. I used to think no one came to visit, she said. Turns out they did. I just didn't hear them. Once she got her vibration set, the visits suddenly returned. Now she says it feels like she's got a bouncer who taps her every time someone's at the door. And if you're thinking, do I really want to feel something vibrating on my waistband all day? Trust me, you get used to it. In fact, it becomes oddly comforting, like a nudge from the universe that says, hey, something's happening. Plus, if you're hard of hearing or tend to wander into the backyard garden, it's one less worry. You're in the loop. You're connected. And you never miss another meat pie drop-off from the neighbor. 10. Ergonomic key turner grips. Here's a little device that looks like nothing special until your hands start giving out. Traditional keys are tiny, hard to grip, and require way more force than you realize. Add in a stiff lock, a cold morning, or fingers that don't bend the way they used to, and you've got a recipe for either frustration or frozen groceries on the front step. An ergonomic key turner solves all that. It's a chunky grip that attaches to the top of your key, usually made of plastic or rubber, that turns your tiny key into something that feels more like a screwdriver handle. Suddenly, instead of pinching and twisting with aching fingers, you're gripping and turning with confidence. My friend Ray, a retired trucker in his 80s, used to stand outside his shed grumbling like Yosemite Sam. The cold weather made his hands stiff, and he just couldn't get the key to turn anymore. After installing a key grip, he said, I feel like I've got power steering on this thing. Now he opens that stubborn lock like he's cracking a safe, with flair. It may seem like a small detail, but struggling with a key can sour your whole mood. And it's dangerous too. Standing outside in the cold, vulnerable, maybe juggling groceries, trying not to drop your cane, all because of a stupid little key? Nah. Life's too short for that nonsense. And it's not just doors. These grips work for mailboxes, padlocks, even some car keys. You don't have to change your locks or switch to smart gadgets with complicated apps. You just improve what you already have, like upgrading an old friend. You'll feel like you're back in charge of your castle again. No locksmith required. 11. Portable mini pedal exerciser. Okay, let's get honest here. Staying active as we age isn't always about motivation. Sometimes it's about logistics. You might want to walk more, but the sidewalks are uneven. You might like to bike, but the weather isn't playing nice. And going to a gym? Forget it. Between the loud music and the complicated machines, it's like being dropped into an alien spaceship. That's why the portable mini pedal exerciser is such a gem. It's small enough to tuck under a coffee table or beside your favorite recliner, and it lets you pedal away while you're watching TV, chatting on the phone, or reading the newspaper. And here's the best part. It works for both your legs and arms. Just put it on the floor to cycle your legs, or on a tabletop to give your arms a light workout. I know a woman named Carol who's 77 and says she pedals during her soap operas every afternoon. It's a little weird at first, she told me, but after a while my feet start moving on their own whenever there's a dramatic scene. She's convinced it's helped with her circulation, kept her legs strong, and, bonus, gives her a reason to eat that extra slice of pie. It's like sneaky exercise, she grins. My body thinks I'm relaxing, but my legs know better. And the benefits? They're no joke. It gets the blood flowing, keeps the joints moving, and helps you maintain muscle tone without ever leaving the house or changing out of your slippers. You can even adjust the resistance if you're feeling fancy, or keep it light for gentle rehab after surgery. In short, it's the no-pressure, no-judgment workout partner that's always there, doesn't make you wear Lycra, and never says, "Let's do burpees." Bless its little pedals. 12. Under-cabinet motion sensor LED puck lights. Okay, let's talk about late-night trips to the bathroom or kitchen. You know the ones, you're half awake, navigating like a blindfolded ninja, praying you don't stub a toe, bang your shin, or trip over that sneaky table leg that somehow shifts positions at night like it's got a grudge. And don't even get me started on light switches. Either they're too far, too small, or you accidentally flip on the overhead and get blinded like you're in an interrogation room. Enter these clever little motion sensor puck lights. You stick them under cabinets, along hallways, or beside beds. They lie in wait like little guardians, and the moment they sense movement, voila! Soft, warm light glows beneath your feet, guiding you safely without waking your eyeballs up with stadium-level brightness. Walter, a 77-year-old war veteran and self-proclaimed night wanderer, says these lights make my 2 a.m. snack missions feel like a stealth op, with lighting. He lined them along his kitchen toe kick and hallway baseboards, and now it's like a landing strip for his midnight oatmeal raids. No fumbles, no light switches, no drama. He even put one in the bathroom, and I quote, "Now I don't feel like I'm peeing in a minefield." What's especially nice? You don't have to wire anything. They're battery-powered, peel and stick, and some even come with remote dimmers if you want to get fancy. And the best part is, they add safety without turning your peaceful home into a blinking Christmas display. In a way, they're a little gift to your future 3 a.m. self. You might forget you installed them until one lights up under your cabinet and you go, "Ah, right, genius move, past me." So there you have it, my friend. 12 surprisingly smart, often overlooked devices that can make living alone not just easier, but honestly, better. These aren't about giving in. They're about leveling up. They're the little tricks that help you keep your independence, protect your joints, and maybe even help you glide through the hallway like a well-lit ninja at 2 a.m. And let's be honest, if a vibrating pager can stop you from missing another pizza delivery, or a pedal exerciser can let you break a sweat while watching your favorite soap, I say that's a win. If any of these gadgets made you think, "Hey, I could actually use that," let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear which ones you've tried or which ones you think should have made the list. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who might need a little help or a little laugh, living solo. Until next time, keep your socks on straight, your lights low and cozy, and remember, you've got this.